Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. If you have not liked or subscribed, please like and subscribe to my videos so that I can share more and work on your feedbacks. And this video is because of a feedback that I received, and you will see that what I am going to do in this. So the agenda of this video is to showcase like how to connect ServiceNow MCP server to a MCP client. Now, to understand the little bit more about the MCP structure, I've opened Model Context Protocol. So this is the main Model Context Protocol website, which was developed by Anthropic. And as you can see over here, so any so like if you take an example of ServiceNow, so ServiceNow is something over here where our data exists, so on an internet. And I created a MCP server for ServiceNow. So this server can connect to MCP server, ServiceNow using web API. And this MCP server now should be connected to a MCP client so that you can talk to MCP server. Okay, so when I'm talking about MCPs of ServiceNow and all, I'm talking actually about only MCP server. And but there is one more thing that comes into picture, which is MCP client. Okay, now for the MCP server, I created a GitHub repository. So as you can see over here, it's a ServiceNow scripts MCP server. So this MCP server is very much related to only scripts. Okay, uh, and um, uh, and when I'm talking about scripts, let me show you what it means. So as you can see, it has like you can create a business rule. So MCP server can have multiple tools, and these tools are like create a business rule, or update a business rule, or list a business rule, create a client script. Again, so there can be many other. I have given uh, an example over here: create a business rule, list business rule, update business rule, get business rule, for the client scripts, and for the script includes. Okay, so all the scripts can be accessed, created, or updated using these MCP tools and this one server. Okay, now how today what I'm going to show is how to run this server and use it with a client. I've also created a client for this, which is a MCP client. So if you want to use this MCP client, you may want to check an existing video, which is created by me, build plus deploy ServiceNow scripts with AI in 5 minutes. For this, I've created a MCP client as well. If you don't have an MCP client, now what is MCP client? MCP client can be a Claude IDE or any other tool. IDE is your Windsurf or VS Code. It can be anything. Okay, or Cursor. And um, so once you have these, because and why you need MCP client? Because when you ask or you command, so you need a, like LLM or something, where you command that I want to create this script, and that command goes to MCP server. MCP server like executes that command, and then um, get that script or create that script in your third party tool. Okay, so this is the whole. That's why to the UI, where you are going to chat with your agent or with your like LLM, is the MCP client. Now, how can we connect it? So to connect it, it's actually pretty simple. So I will just show you over here. First, you have to clone this repository. Okay, and if you means if you, it would be better if you clone it. Otherwise, the whole script related to tools and everything is present over here. You can directly use it, but it's better to clone it because it gives you like requirements and all. Means it adds everything. Then go to your folder, add the virtual environment, and then install the requirements. So once you have these things, now if you have a Claude Desktop, Claude Desktop. So it is an existing MCP client. Okay, so you can directly use this Claude Desktop to talk to your MCP server. Now, where will MCP server run? So, but before we go, so third step is the environment variables. So you have to create a file .env in your directory. So once you go into the directory, create a file and update the URL, username, and password. Okay, authentic type mean authentication type can be basic for now. This one is not supporting any other, but if you need, just let me know. I will be able to update the authentication type. Okay, now first thing, again, if you want to use the MCP client, use this one. Two means open two terminals and start running these things on your server. But if you only want to run MCP server and test it using Claude, so you just have to run Python MCP tools.py. Okay, so let's just check. I've already set it up, but let me. So here you can see already have everything loaded over here. Clone the repository. I have .env file, and I have everything loaded. Now what I'll do, I'll just run. I've updated the env file with my username, password, and everything else. Okay. Now let me just run. So Python sn underscore mcp underscore tools dot py. You don't have to like worry about any coding and all. Okay, so you just have to run this, and once you'll run it, you will see that there is a service which is running on 127.0. You can also click over it just to see that what's going on. Yeah, it may say this because actually the code exists on this part. So here you see, means you're getting something. It's not acceptable right now, but you're getting something. Now, so your service is running. Now the second part comes, how I can connect it to the MCP clients, which is already there. So suppose you have a VS Code or Windsurf or a Claude Desktop. I'm going to show you how to connect this MCP server, which is running on 9123, to connect to Claude and IDE. So let's first connect it with the Claude. Okay, so you must have Claude Desktop. So once you have the Claude Desktop, so you will not see this, but let's just reopen this and just see what's happening. Okay, so I will open. Yeah, you will not see any errors, but what you will see, so you click over this search and tool and click on add integrations. Okay, add integration, as you can see, it already connected, but we don't want to like talk about that. So here, if you click on this, it will be in existing integrations. But if you want to do MCP, then you can just give me a second. Yeah, you can go to the developer option, or you can directly go from thing here. Yeah, open app config file or developer open config file, and then you click on edit config and open it. I know it's not very clean, but believe me, it's easier. It's very easy. So once you open that developer file, you will see. So you will not see this. So you will just see this much. And what you have to do is do this. So I have also added it in the GitHub repository. That what you have to add here. So this is for, yeah, you can add this one for the Claude desktop here. To connect Claude, Windsurf, or Cursor, you have to, yeah, add this, and this is for the client, so we don't have to worry about this. But this is the one that we are. So we are using npx MCP remote, and then calling the localhost. One more thing which is also important is npx. So what it is going to do, this configuration, use node and this command to run to connect to your MCP. So what is important is that you should also have Node.js installed in your system. Otherwise, you will not be able to connect with the cloud. Okay, so let's just go back to our configuration file. I already have Node.js installed. So here you can see it is connected. Okay. Now, if I'll just say, and if you don't have Node.js, you don't have Claude Desktop, I would recommend to use to check out this video, build plus deploy ServiceNow script, because there you don't need any of those things to run. So I have made sure that you don't need Node, you don't need any other dependencies. Okay, so that is pure Python. You should have Python, but that is the only thing that you need. And also GPT-4, because then you will be using GPT-4o as a like LLM. So let's just again go to, yeah. So once you have this thing running, so as you can see, this is Cloud Desktop, and I've already configured it. Now I will have to quit it, okay, and make sure that restart it. Okay, so and even if you have a like a free version, right now I have a pro version, but even if you have like free version, still you will get like some amount of like 20-30 queries every day, and you will be able to connect it and talk to it. So now let's see. Yeah, so as you can see over here, all the tools that were listed over there in my repository are over here now. So like create business role, list business role, update business role, same for the client scripts, and same for the script includes. Okay, and if I want to use something, or like I don't want to use something, you can just disable it, and if you want to use all of it, you can just use it. Okay, now I will first, let me show you. I mean, maybe let's just create a business role. Create a business role related to. Okay, so let's just. So what I have done, I have also connected GitHub. So ServiceNow dev program code snippet. Now, if I want to maybe add extract. Okay, can you create this script? Uh, which was the script? Wait, let me add a business role. It's easier to. Um, so maybe, yeah, due date calculation based on priority. Okay, so let's just add. Uh, create a business role in incident table in which the due date is updated based on priority. Priority. Okay. So what I have done, this is a ServiceNow dev program clone snippet. This GitHub repository has a lot of code snippets. I will show you in the next video how I have connected it with Claude. But today, means in this video, I'm just going to show you that if you have the code or anything, you can also say it to yourself. Say it. You don't have to have the code. You can just say that, okay, yeah, this is the thing, and here you can see it has started creating the business role. And here, perfect, I've successfully created a business role for incident table that automatically calculates the due date based on priority. Here how it works, when it triggers. So it has everything, and this is the sysID. Now if I want to just test it, so let's just means just to see that if it has really created the business role or not. So let's just go back. Okay, I think I went back a little more. Let me remove this and auto calculate due date based on priority. Amazing. So and it has incident table. Let's just open the, and here you can auto calculate based on, yeah, this is perfect. This is what we wanted. So now you see how easy it was for me to update or create a business rule based on a GitHub repository which is already present in our system, means in as a public repository. You can also see, and if you find anything want to update this business rule, you can also say that can you update this business rule with one more proper one more um, like property which is impact of the incident. I want to update the due date based on impact and priority. Okay. Now, because Claude is really good, it will be able to update it. So as you can say, automatically calculates the due date of the incident based on priority and impact levels. Use metric approach where both okay allow where both priority and impact determines the final due date in hours. Okay. So as you can see, okay, so this is amazing. Like if the priority is 1 1, the due date is 2 hours, 1 2, 4 hours. Means what else you want? So here, as you can see, it has already updated. Let me just see if it has really updated it. So yes, and as you can see over here, it has updated in the real time. And now we have, instead of just on priority, it is also on the impact basis. So now the second part is, what if you want to do it not from the cloud, but you want to do it from your IDE, right? So what you can do, you can so IDEs also have MCP servers. Now you can directly go here, configure, view raw config, and again we have to do the same thing. So MCP server, you may not have anything, so inside the MCP server you just add MCP ServiceNow scripting or whatever is the name doesn't matter. Command is the npx, for which node is mandatory. Arguments, MCP remote is the argument because this is on HTTP, and that's why MCP remote is the way you call this MCP. And then your local host. Okay. And once you have all these things connected, and that's it. You just refresh, and you will see that ServiceNow scripting MCP is already here. And if I want to ask, get a business rule with this sys ID, and suppose I will use the sys ID of this one maybe. So let's just copy this ID and go here, and let's run it. So auto calculate the due dates based on priority, and it has all the features, and these are the key features. And there's a fallback property to fallback to priority only calculation if impact is not available, which is means normally we don't think about the fallbacks, and that's why it is important to have like an agent running with you, working with you basically. So I won't say that this will you should rely only on this, and I will give you an example why. Because as you can see in the when to run, there is nothing over here. So when it is going to run it, and these are the small things, and why it is not there, because obviously I have not configured, I have not given all the fields to it needs to get it needs to update. That's why it is not there. But this is a simple thing. It can be any other thing as well. What if there is a custom field or filter that you want to add, like you created like only for clients, like clients only a filter, which is a like custom field. Anthropic will not know, or like Claude will not know that there's a client only field that you want to check it. So you still have to review what is being created. So, but a fallback, these things are also important. It gives you like a leverage to do more meaningful tasks like error handling and making it more authentic, rather than things spending all your hours in just building a small things. Okay, so this was related to how you can connect a Claude, this MCP server that I've created. So let me just repeat everything that I've said very quickly. So I've created this MCP server, ServiceNow scripts MCP. It has just one file which contains all the tools related to MCP. So even if you have just one file and add all the dependencies, you will have the enough. You don't need any other thing. So you just use this file, run it, and that will have your MCP server running. So once, or if you want to do the whole thing, clone the repository, set up your environment, and then, because this is the right way to do it. You don't need open API key unless you are running the client itself. So if you are running only the server, you don't need OpenAI key. And then you start the server, and that's it. Now the time to connect. And to connect, this is the way to connect. So you just have to like copy this and connect it, add it to your Claude or Windsurf or Cursor or VS Code, anywhere. Okay, so this is the whole thing, and then you start chatting. So that is all. Thank you.